Our next guest is author and screenwriter Delia Ephron, who is taking on a new challenge, Broadway. Ephron is known as the screenwriter behind hit movies like The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and You've Got Mail. You remember that, which she co-wrote with her late sister, Nora. She is now the playwright behind the new play Left on 10th, which is based on her best-selling memoir. Award-winning actor Juliana Margulies plays Delia, who loses both her husband and her sister, Nora, to cancer. She falls in love with a psychologist named Peter and soon learns of her own cancer diagnosis.
What's a Jungian?
Someone who believes that the unconscious can be a source of joy and creativity, and who believes in confluence, or as we call it now, synchronicity, in the mysteries of life joining and flowing together as rivers do.
So the opposite of what my Freudian shrink told me in my 20s. That two people falling in love across a crowded room are simply spotting their perfect neurotic match.
Delia joins us now alongside with our very own Dr. John LaPook. You guys are dear friends, and you advised Delia when she was battling cancer. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
I saw the show last night. I feel so uplifted, and you know, it was just it's about love and hope and bravery. What is it for you, and why did you decide to put it on to the stage?
My goodness. I went through this unbelievable experience of the loss of losing my husband of many years and that terrible lonely time. Then I fell madly in love by writing a piece about how Verizon had wrecked my life. And it turns out Verizon has wrecked everybody's life. Yeah. So I got a lot of mail on it, including a letter from Peter. And, you know, since I wrote You've Got Mail, I thought, oh my God, I've fallen into my own romantic comedy. And we just fell madly in love, at which I didn't realize that could happen to you when you're older. I mean, it was so passionate. And then, boom, I got a bad diagnosis. And I had to make a decision. You know, you have to make these decisions. They give you odds. I mean, 6 years ago, I was told I had 4 months to live. Oh, and it was right after right after we were in the height of deep love and, you know, that romantic kind of thing.
So, did you fall in love the way it is in the play? Like, he wrote you an email. You were like, who is this guy? I don't remember him. You wrote him back, and then you were married within...
Yes, that's right. The minute I told him I had a diagnosis, he said, let's get married. So we got married in the hospital. John was there.
Yeah. You were there?
I was videoing.
Oh, my God.
No, it was amazing.
But I mean, it's about making a choice. You choose to go for love and second chances and hope. It's also about friendship and dogs. I'm very big on dogs.
Dogs are big stars.
All this joy in life, and I just went for it, and here I am.
So, Dr. LaPook, 6 years ago, she's told she has 4 months to live. I'm guessing that wasn't your prognosis. So, I mean, what's the lesson in that?
I think the lesson of this whole thing is about hope. I mean, people, it doesn't have to be you have 4 months to live. It could be you have 4 months to whatever. You're going to lose your job, any negative thing. And what happened here was she said, you know what? The answer is yes. What's the question? I have these amazing friends. I have this amazing support system, and I'm going to go for it. And it's about hope. And it was a little bit of a miracle, or a lot of bit of a miracle, and there were a lot of miracles that happened. But what's so exciting to me when you were talking about the audience reaction is that people are walking out of there inspired to change their lives. Tell the story about one of these women.
I got an email the other day. So what happened to me was that I had to decide whether I was told I had a 20% chance in this very new thing called getting a baby's bone marrow, a stem cell transplant.
Wow.
20%. So I thought, do I take the chance? And yes, I did. And yes, it was rough, but here I am. Oof. And so a friend of mine went to the show with her girlfriend, and the girlfriend had had a miscarriage recently. And she was scared to try again. And she left the show and said, I'm going to do it. So this is about going for it, realizing life is going to dish out everything. So why not take the big chances?
Dr. LaPook, do you think that her recovery, her beating this cancer, was influenced by the hope and by the deep love that she was feeling for Peter?
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I mean, you know, this is one of these stories where it's not just her, it's the support system, it's her friends, it's her vulnerability, and you know, I talk about the emotional, I came up with this phrase, the emotional mosh pit. Okay, remember the mosh pit you know, you jump back in a concert and people catch you. Well, the emotional mosh pit is you go back emotionally and your friends catch you. I will just say this, you know how like in the commercials, I laughed, I cried?
Yeah.
You gotta see this. I walked out of there, everybody should see this. And my medical students,
So
I'm
good.
assigning it to.
Thank you so much to you both, Dr. LaPook and Delia Ephron. It is Left on 10th, currently playing at the James Earl Jones Theater.